minutes past 8. We all need inspirational stories every once in a while. A Saturday morning is a good time for one of those. Let's talk about Mavis Paterson. She lost her 3 grown-up children within a few years of each other. She struggled to cope with what she described as unimaginable grief.
She decided to do something about it. She's 81 years old and she wants to do something positive for the memory of her children. And she's taken on a difficult cycling challenge for charity. And today she could set a record as the oldest person to ride the 960 miles from Land's End to John O'Groats. Take a look at our journey so far.
Tough day when we came over Shap with a very, very heavy, strong headwind at 1400 feet. I thought I might possibly die here because it was so difficult for us.
Coming in, we're almost in bits. Mavis, just tell me how bad this is.
I was crying. I couldn't see because of the tears and the sweat. I was almost blind at one point, and I just want to give up right now. I can't stand it. I'm sorry, the last video showed me crying because I was really upset about the whole pouring rain, wind, cold. All my clothes were wet and I was just freezing. Anyway, here I am with a cup of tea. We've got Tom now driving. There's Tom. Yes, Tom, he's made the tea when we stopped here just before Pitlochry. The tea was ready and here I am a lot happier.
I'm delighted to say we can speak to Mavis now. Very good morning to you, Mavis. We've got a little sense of the journey you've been on so far. So the obvious question is, how are you feeling this morning?
A bit apprehensive about the whole thing. We've only got 20 miles to get to John O'Groats. I'm sitting here in Thurso, and I'm just going to be so glad the journey's over because it really has been so hard for me. I didn't realise it was going to be so difficult. Anyway, we're here with my friend Heather, who has been so supportive. She's been wonderful. She set up the whole thing. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Heather. She has been my rock.
What's been your driver in the? I mean, we saw in the brief film a moment ago those moments when you said, you know, I'm in tears. I feel like giving up and lying down. What has been the driver for you at those low moments?
Well, at points I thought I really can't do this, and I was driven because I have this fire in my belly. I've got to go on, Maeve. Although it was absolutely dreadful and I wanted to give up so many times. The rain was more or less almost every day. We had a shower of rain. Some days you heard the noise of the rain battering down, and it really was awful. I hated it. Heather hated it too. We were both in tears, and it's so difficult to hear that rain on the camper van at night and know in the morning you have to get dressed and go out into the rain instead of the lovely sunny day, which today is sunny and warm. It's about the first day we've actually felt it's summer.
Well, I'm glad it's looking better for today. Maybe she talked about the fire in your belly, and we mentioned before the loss of your 3 children, Sandy, Katie, and Bob. And I can only imagine, you know, what your emotions have been during this journey. Has this been helpful to you in some way? You know, how has it been for you? You know, the thought processes as you're going through what is clearly a really difficult physical time, but the emotions as well.
Yes, I'm able to. I would never ever forget what's happened, but I can take my mind completely off the children, because the company's been wonderful. The support has been amazing, and I can think of other things. But you know, it's just when I'm alone and I really become quite emotional naturally about the loss of my children because I love them so much and they're not here and they won't be here at John O'Groats to welcome me. But anyway, I've had such a lot of support and that has helped it's therapeutic, really. It helps me so much. And I can't, I'm amazed at the support, all the sponsorship, the people who have been on the Just Giving page. The target was to be 20,000. Now it's well over because Jane from the Macmillan Stranraer committee phoned to say they've raised £1,600, so that's taken us well over the 20,000. So it's things like that that make me happy. I thought sometimes I used to think I'll never be happy again, but I mean on this journey I've laughed and I've just been absolutely amazed at the support. I'm wearing at the moment an Ineos t-shirt, and the Ineos world famous cycling team are totally behind me. They have actually donated £10,000, and we just can't thank them enough for the support they have given us. They are wonderful.
Well, if I may, Mavis, I think I can speak on behalf of anyone watching you this morning, and we all understand, I think, the grief that you've been through, and full of respect for what you're doing in this last leg of the journey. And I think I know a lot of people are physically going to be with you because you've got lots of people who are going to be with you on this day, but also I think a lot of people will be willing you on this last leg. It's an amazing achievement.
Well, that's lovely to think that. And then we'll be going over that line not shortly. We've still got 20 miles to do, but we'll be wearing our, Heather and I will be wearing our Ineos shirts, and we'll be so happy to cross the line. I don't think I could ever do this again, and if I hold a record and someone wants to break it, then fine. I will never do it again. It's just been so difficult.
And Mavis, good luck on the last leg of the journey. I have every confidence it will be complete. Thank you so much for taking time for us.
It's been a pleasure, thank you.
It's going to be very emotional when she crosses that line.
Isn't it just? Isn't it just? Hats off to her. You know, sometimes, I have that thing sometimes where you talk to an older, and I use these phrases, you know, carefully, but there's one occasion where I'm very happy to say it. Mavis is 81 years old. To have done that journey, I just think, yeah, we wish her well.
Absolutely.